turn to Matthew chapter 5, and we're going to do a little student exercise tonight. Okay, so Matthew chapter 5, verses 3 through 12. Does anyone know what those verses speak about, verses 3 through 12? The Beatitudes, yes. And so this is what we're going to do as an exercise. We're going to read through verses 3 through 12 and list the 8 or 9 Beatitudes as a student exercise. So do we understand what we're doing? Who doesn't understand what we're doing? Okay. All right. So we're going to read verses 3 through 12, like personally read them. And as you're reading them, write out the 8 or 9 Beatitudes. Like verse 3 says, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." So, poor in spirit. So write out the 8 or 9 Beatitudes, and then once maybe take maybe about 7 minutes to do that. Is that good? And then once we're done, we're gonna go over those Beatitudes, okay, the 8 or 9. And what it does is it gets us into the practice of reading our Bibles and thinking about what we read, and then thinking with God about this. What does it mean to be poor in spirit? Okay? So everyone got it? Who still doesn't have it? Who still doesn't know what we're doing, why we're here, who you are? Okay, Ula, yes. So, but okay, so take about 7 minutes individually, okay, and then we're gonna, once you're done, you're gonna swap with your neighbor, and we're gonna talk about, in a little group, those 8 or 9, okay? Got it? So, yes. And okay, we're good. All right. Okay, so let's do that, okay? Okay, so, sorry. How many got more than 5 Beatitudes? Okay, how many didn't get at least 5? No, this I'm not saying it to embarrass or anything. How many got 8? Okay, how many got 9? Okay. How many didn't get 8 or 9, but you got more than 5? Okay, all right. So, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna read verses 3 through 12, and then we're gonna talk about these Beatitudes. Okay, and we have amazing portions here. We have Pastor Philippe Siraji in the back. We have Pastor Luke Hollenbach. Oh my goodness. Talk about heavy hitters. For those who don't understand what heavy hitters mean, it's a phrase from baseball. Okay, so you're normally you're batting 3, 4, and 5. That's your heavy hitters through the lineup. Okay, meaning that they have power in their swing, and they can knock the ball out of the park. Like cricket. How many understand the principle of cricket? like 6 runs, 4 runs, like that would be a heavy hitter. Okay? I'm not doing good, am I? You're like, all right, we'll quit right there. So, there's always one in the group, isn't there? Okay, so the Beatitudes, all right? Let's read verse 3. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they will be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they will obtain mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are you when men will revile you and persecute you, and will say all manner of evil against you falsely for my name's sake. Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. Okay, so verse 3, blessed are the poor in spirit. Does anyone know what it means to be poor in spirit? Is it talking about physical or financial poverty? Okay. How many? Anyone want to take a idea what it means to be poor in spirit? This is class discussion. Yes, Heidi.
To realize that you have nothing before God, like utter bankruptcy or lower, like so that you know you have huge need.
Did everyone hear that? Did anyone not hear that? Raise your hand. Okay. Can you repeat that, please?
I think it just means that it's like utter bankruptcy before God. Like you realize that you have absolutely nothing, because it's kind of poverty that is not just having little, but having nothing.
So I realize my need before God, like my need of God. Anyone else have, Pastor Lou? Bankrupt.
For the Lord. You've dedicated yourself to walking with God, not looking to the right or to the left, but looking straight forward into the footsteps that God has given you to walk. That alone will bankrupt you, but you'll always see the light at the end of the tunnel. You'll always be available to let God just take you to Calvary and show you how important it is for the old man to die, but for you as a human being, for the Lord to increase.
That is right. Like the picture I think about, like bankruptcy before God is, I'm poor in spirit, is, remember the picture Pastor Shallow drew on the walk, the narrow way? And like it may be wide in the beginning, but it gets narrow. And a place where my personal walk with God is very valuable. And we heard it last night in Foundations. Momentum tests. Okay? Momentum tests are God testing the doctrine that we have received in our souls. He sets up a series of tests, and it's a test for promotion. It's never a test for failure. It's a test for one, that we would get to know God in our situation, and He is beautiful for that situation because He's in the situation. and we are in the situation, and we're getting to know God. And I realize I am nothing before God, but in Christ I am what I am by the grace of God. And so for those who are poor in spirit, what does God say? Theirs is the kingdom of heaven. It's amazing. It's the opposite of pride. The proudful man, the proudful woman, the proudful individual. Like in Revelation chapter 3, the church of Laodicea, that said, we have need of nothing. We have everything. But the poor in spirit, it doesn't mean that it's not a false sense of humility, but it's a genuine realization that I am nothing before God, but I can receive all that He has for me. If I bring a thimble, He will fill a thimble. If I bring a cup, He will bring a cup. All right, so, and with that, Pastor Schaller's here. Oh, yeah. 7-minute break.